Hi everyone, Alchemist here. Today is a smoke scrying reading for you, and I'm going to use a brand new stick to channel the energy from spirit. Whatever I will see in the smoke is going to be a message from you. Take it as a message from your guardian spirits, your guardian demons. Whatever comes to me, I will tell you. So let's light up the stick and see what the message is. Fire is such a beautiful element. That we need to understand, that we need to learn about. You can hear the noises, and I'm going to open the portal. And I hereby declare the portal open. So, what do we see in the smoke? What do we have? You're struggling to understand who you are or where you come from. Why are you here? What are you doing here? This human life doesn't make sense to you. And the more you research, the more you do the work, the more you practice, it seems as if you get more lost in time and space, more lost to the point where you're elevating. Your feet are not on the ground anymore. You feel like you're somewhere else. You feel like you're in another dimension. You start to disappear. Your physical reality doesn't matter anymore. Just like the smoke, you start to disappear. You start to dematerialize. There's a huge unbalance. And that's why you're trying to dematerialize sooner than the proper time you're supposed to leave, because you're not supposed to leave yet. You're not done with this reincarnation yet. See all of this smoke that's coming right now, this beautiful, flowy smoke. This is what you're supposed to accomplish. This is what you're supposed to do. This is what you're supposed to fulfill in this lifetime before you extinguish like a flame. So it's not time for you to extinguish yet. And no one extinguishes. We're talking about physical reality because our souls and spirits are eternal. Or are they really eternal? No one knows. What if our souls are not eternal? What if at some point they disappear? In ancient Egypt, it was believed that if your soul doesn't make it to the afterlife, then it gets devoured by the monster Amet. So the Egyptians believed that the soul can be devoured, as in the soul can completely die. So what is the truth? What do we really know? And that is your quest in this lifetime. Your quest, you're looking for things. You're looking to understand what is and what isn't. What's the truth and what's not the truth. But then you realize that such a thing doesn't exist. There's not only one truth, there's many truths. There's different facets, and everyone has their own truth. And your truth can be different from the other person's truth. And you're trying to wrap your head around it. But this life doesn't make sense to you. It does not. This life just does not make sense. It is beautiful. Earth is beautiful. The food is delicious. The sensations you experience are stunning. They're amazing. They're incredible. You like them. You like the sensations. But when you remove the sensations of the physical reality, you find that there is no meaning. You find that you're stuck. You're stuck in understanding what is this all about. But maybe Spirit is saying here, the goal is not to understand what is this about. I'm hearing here, imagine if you're trying to appreciate a sunrise or a sunset. It's usually a beautiful thing, right? A sunrise or a sunset, it's beautiful. So when you're appreciating it at that moment, you don't think about the science behind the sunrise or the science behind the sunset and how it works and why it's beautiful. And the moment you start doing so, the moment you start thinking about the science and the technical aspect of how does the sunrise or the sunset works, the beauty disappears, and it's the same for everything else. It's the same. The moment you get caught up into understanding and overthinking about why is this like that and why is that like that, and overthink about how things are, that's more scientific, and you're not a scientist, you're a gifted, beautiful, divine human being. You're a gifted person, you are connected to spirit, you're not a scientist. Maybe let the scientists worry about how things work. And that's the message I'm getting right now. You should worry more about appreciating and enjoying the beauty that you experience at that moment, and think of nothing else. What is it that makes you feel in awe? What is it that makes you feel happy? What is it that makes you feel good? Focus on that, not on the science behind it, because that's what's keeping you confused. That's what's keeping you always wondering and always in loopholes. You never find the answers, and the moment you think you found an answer, there's another question that arises, and so on and so forth. The reason is because you never take the moment to appreciate what is without thinking about how it works. Spirit is saying science and figuring how things work is a human aspect. In the spirit realm, logic doesn't exist. Science doesn't exist. Spirit is saying if you would understand certain things, and if you get to see how they actually are, you probably can't handle it, because logic does not exist. And humans don't know much. They think they know a lot, but they don't know anything. The human science and the advancement of human technology is like a baby. It's nothing in the eyes of the universe. So the more you're going to think about how things are and why they are a certain way and why is this like that and why is that like that, the more you do that, the more you're not gonna find any answer, the more you're not gonna find a path. You have to become intuitive, you have to become flexible, you have to follow the air of the universe. because the universe is very airy. Spirit is air. You don't see it. It doesn't make sense. It's not logical. Yet, it's the most important thing for us to live. Without air, how can you breathe? And without breath, how can you live? Yet it's something we can't see, it's something we can't understand. So when you take a deep breath, you just appreciate it. You don't try to understand why it's like that or why it works like that. Spirit is telling you that's not the right time to understand these things in this reincarnation. That's not the right time. That's gonna come for other levels of existence, and you're not there yet. So focus on what you have now. Focus on appreciating the beauty of what you have, the beauty of every moment, the beauty of every food you take, of every fruit, of every kiss, of every hug, of every step you take, of every sensation, of everything your eyes see, scenery, nature, trees, mountains, the sea, water, the elements. Appreciate the elements. Talk to them. Say thank you to them. This fire. Thank you, fire. Thank you for keeping us alive, for keeping us warm, for giving us what we need. Talk to the elements. And the more you do so, you're going to feel content. You're going to feel fulfilled. And you will become more positive, and you will end this foolishness of asking how everything is and how everything works. Spirit is saying it is good, but only to a certain extent. It's good to question things. It's good to use your mind, of course. It's good to do your research, of course. But the more you overthink about the nature of life and existence and why you are here, that's when it can become unhealthy. And that's why the smoke keeps disappearing, because this is tormenting you. It's driving you nuts. You keep wondering and thinking all the time about, what are you doing here? Spirit is saying, instead, start appreciating why you are here. Start appreciating the things that you love, the things that you enjoy, the things that make you happy, the things that make you fulfilled, the things that gives you joy. Start focusing on that. Don't focus on why you are here. Focus on what makes you feel good being here. What makes you feel good by being here? That's what you need to focus on. And Spirit, the spirits that are present with me here are asking me to stop. This is what I have for you. I'm going to close the portal. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I'm going to close the portal. This was a deep message. Look how this fire... Oof. Hereby declare the portal closed. Thank you. And I'll see you in the next video.